Just wanted to do a quick check-in with you to fill you in on the status of my 1960s Rogers restoration project that I have going on here. As some of you may recall from previous videos, I've been working on collecting hardware for all the lugs, all the mounts for everything. I'm trying to get everything, period specific to try and make it as close to original as possible. But one of the biggest issues that I was running into was the bearing edges on these particular drums. Some of you may remember that there were some pretty big gouges and divots that were taken out of this drum shell when I first acquired it. And so that needed to be repaired. So I went ahead and filled it. I was able to sand it fairly smooth, so it's a nice continuous surface all the way around. But I was still faced with the bearing edges, the inside bearing edges here, and the fact that those were pretty well torn up from just use and abuse, whoever owned these before. So I was told that Tom Schultz over at Milano's Music in downtown Mesa is the man when it comes to bearing edges and getting a nice fresh cut on those. And I have to say that Tom he did wonders for this particular drum. He cut a very nice interior bearing edge, keeping that 45-degree angle, which was the original angle that was cut on these, and a nice little round over on the outside, so it should accept a drum head very nicely, and should be able to make some good contact and get some good tone out of it. He did phenomenal work. I'm very happy to have met him and to work with him on this particular project. So I have a very, very nice smooth bearing edge all the way around on this 16 by 16 floor tom, as well as the 13 by 9 rack tom, which is what you see here. Now the rack tom also had some damage to the exterior. Again, it looked like it had been dropped, just used and abused. And so I had to do some fill work on this one as well. But Tom was able to work with what I had here, and he was able to put a very nice bearing edge on the inside and the round over on the outside as well. So I was holding off on this project in order to see whether or not Tom was going to be able to put these back in playing condition again. And I'm beyond excited, very, very excited that he was able to do that without sacrificing any of the depth on the toms by having to cut them down. He was able to save a majority of the reinforcement ring that was in there on the inside, as you can see here. So I'm very happy about that. Looking forward to getting these things put together. I do need to do some work here on the outside, get that nice and sanded down, order the drum wraps, and get those drum wraps installed on these two wonderful Rogers drums here. Once I have that completed, I like to apply the hardware, get all the hardware put on. I still need to acquire some rims for these, the 16-inch floor tom rims and then the 13 rack tom rims, top and bottom rims. And I've decided on a red sparkle wrap. Now this was actually the wrap that came off of this drum. It wasn't the original wrap, but it was the color that came off this drum, and I just really, really like the shine and the sparkle on this, and that in combination with the chrome accents with all the hardware, I think it's going to look really sharp. I keep telling people it's gonna shine like a 57 Chevy. It's gonna look really nice once it's all done. So there you have it. That's the update on this particular project. Up next, I need to finish some work on the bass drum. I had to fill some holes. I need to finish some sanding, and then go ahead and get those wraps ordered and applied. And once we get those wraps ordered and get those things on here, the rest of it is an overnight project. So there you have it. This is the current status of my 1960s Rogers holiday model drum kit. Really looking forward to getting this thing back in playing condition and get some sound clips for you on this one as well. Stay tuned for more updates, and hoping to get this thing rocking and rolling in the next few months here. Take care.